Again, this is all just about really understanding the tools, really understanding the physics, really understanding the structure of existence, and knowing how to work with it, not against it. That's all this is about. Going with the flow of your true being, not swimming upstream, not resisting your natural self. All strife, all struggle, all pain in your reality experience comes from the resistance to your natural self. Stop resisting your natural self. Stop arguing with creation. Go with the flow. Trust me, it's a heck of a lot more fun. Yes? Yes. All right. It's up to you. Totally in your hands. Utterly under your control. What you say goes. And what you put out is what you get back. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I had so many questions, but 80% of them have been answered.
Oh, 80%, not bad.
That's not bad. But I do have a question that has been burning in my...
Oh, burning. All right, well, let it out before you turn to ashes.
First of all, can I preface this question with, are some of the things we see in movies based on what's really going on out there?
Many
Sci-fi?
people who are operating on a creative frequency are picking up on things that are actually happening, even though they might be giving them a little bit of a different spin that's more relevant for your particular reality interpretation. Many people are tapping into things that actually are going on. For example, you have and have had for quite some time now an art form that you name Star Trek, yes?
Yes.
You have within that particular form of story an idea called the Prime Directive, yes?
Yes.
Well, that exists. The hands-off policy of other civilizations to not intervene and not interfere with other civilizations who are not ready to understand that there is a galactic society. We've had a hands-off policy with your world for quite some time. That quarantine has now been lifted for a few years. And we are now taking our cue from you directly as to when it is actually the appropriate timing for contact to occur more openly. But it's no longer the idea that it's our law preventing contact. It's now in your hands. But that is one example of something that someone tapped into that does really exist within our own interstellar alliance. Yes?
Yes.
So, yes. And again, to give it a broader answer, anything at all that you can imagine is actually happening on some level of existence. It doesn't mean that it's happening in the way exactly that you might be imagining it or in the level of existence you think it might be happening in, but it does exist somewhere, even if it is existing in a completely non-corporeal state and seeming as if it is, but not actually being so. But it still exists. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It does make sense.
Oh, all right.
This is the question that I have then.
Yes.
There's a movie called Alien.
Yes.
And I saw it.
Yes.
And after seeing it, I was haunted for 10 years.
Oh, how exciting.
I would have literally night terrors of this thing coming at me that was coming out of the stomach of the
Well,
character.
actually, no, you don't. What happened is you're having encounters with other beings. Those memories have been suppressed. And when you saw the movie, it triggered on an unconscious level the encounters that you had that were fearful for you. So it's not actually the movie that's doing it. The movie triggered something that's actually happened in your life that you're not completely remembering. You understand?
Okay.
Are you sure you understand?
Well, I understand. I don't know.
Do you
that I wanna
understand the
accept
concept
it.
on your planet that has been labeled alien abduction?
Yes.
Well, you're a part of that.
Was I abducted?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Many times. And the idea, therefore, is that even though those memories of that abduction were suppressed, the movie triggered it to a degree that haunts you because it's telling you there's something else there. There's something you don't quite remember that's real. It's not the movie that's real, it's your experience that it's reminding you of. It doesn't mean that the experience was actually something to be afraid of. All it is saying is that it's reminding you that you were afraid in the experience because you felt out of control. And they were what you would consider to be alien beings. Yes? You follow me so far?
Yeah.
All right.
It just causes more questions.
Oh, well, I understand, and I'm about to answer a couple of them.
Okay.
The beings that you typically call the Greys that are involved with that particular encounter scenario are not actually aliens in the strictest sense of that term. As we have already mentioned, they are actually a mutated race of humans from a parallel Earth that destroyed their reality, lost the ability to reproduce, and knew that the only way to reconstruct their culture was to, in a sense, shift to a parallel reality that still contained humans with viable DNA, blend that genetic material with their own to create a hybrid race, one of which we are, which perpetuated their society. You, on a higher level, agreed to participate in that, even though your physical mind doesn't really remember. But on a spirit level, you agreed to participate in that, and one of the beings that you actually encountered in that particular experience was actually a parallel version of you in that society. Is this making any more sense?
I have never been speechless in my entire life. I don't even know it. Yeah.
All right.
It is making sense.
Here's a suggestion for you. Don't run from the fear, run toward it, because it's just a dark glass that you can break through. And when you break through on the other side, you will wake up into an understanding of what's going on and start remembering more about your intentional part in the entire agenda of what's going on, which is connected to the evolution of your planet. Because eventually your world will become what we term the sixth hybrid race. These encounters is part of that experience. Yes?
Yes.
So you have agreed to participate in this. And if you ask for more clarity when you go to sleep, ask for more clarity, more awareness, more remembrance, it will be given to you eventually. Because you'll be coming from a position of strength, a position of equality. You will know that you're not really out of control. You will understand your part in the entire program, and you will gain more confidence in your ability to communicate more clearly with those beings and more consciously be aware of what's going on and have more apparent control in that situation. Make sense?
Yes. I have something that, now I have another question
Yes.
regarding that. Those gray people,
Yes.
are they sort of acting as angels in my life?
Well, not exactly. They do watch over you from time to time, but not exactly in the way you mean it when you use the term angel. There is an angelic level to consciousness, an angelic realm, and spirits that in that sense guide you and watch you. The gray beings from time to time sort of participate in that way, but not in the same way that you think of when you think of angels. Does that make sense?
Yes. Have they saved my life 3 times? That's why I'm asking. I've had 3 miraculous things happen. that
Well,
literally
they
saved my
have
life.
been involved in it, but that also involved higher levels of being. In other words, we sense that at least on one of those occasions, you actually did die. But you were given a choice to continue the life without knowing you had died. That's possible, you know. Because all you're doing is shifting into a parallel reality where a version of you still exists. And you just continue on as if nothing happened, or perhaps at the very most, you think, oh, well, how did I get out of that scrape? I don't know. You didn't, actually. But it is made to seem as if you did.
Okay, can I just say this?
Yes, you can just say whatever you want.
Last year, February, I fell downstairs, landed face first on concrete.
You broke your neck. You died.
And I had not a scratch on my face when I woke up.
Because it wasn't you that fell down the stairs. You're in a different body, in a different reality. So similar you don't know that it's not the same one. but it might as well be because it still fulfills the theme that you're exploring. It's close enough. Make sense? Oh, she's speechless again. Does this help you?
I'm going to need a drink after this.
All right. Why don't we just say, for now, let it soak in, let it sink in, let yourself absorb it in whatever way, shape, or form works for you, and I will simply at this moment bid you pleasant dreams.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Bashar.
And you good day.
How are you doing tonight?
Perfect, and you?
Perfect as well.
Thank you.
So
One moment. When we say perfect, we don't mean you'll never change, but whatever you are right now is a perfect version of whatever you are right now. In the next moment, as you change, you will just become a different version of perfect for whatever it is you need to be at that moment. So perfection does not mean you don't change. It just means you become a different version of perfect. Do continue.
All right, so we have a question from the Ustream listeners.
Oh, all right.
And it
You
is...
stream,
Yeah.
I stream. You can finish that.
We all stream. All right. So...
Yes.
We create our own versions of the world that we experience.
Yes.
And we cannot experience someone or something directly. It's always our version.
There is a direct experience, but it's not happening on the level you call physical reality exactly, because by definition, physical reality is an experience of apparent separation. So yes, there is a direct connection, but only at a very high level. So please understand the difference between the two.
Okay. So yeah, the question was that how can you state that we are never alone, and how do those concepts go together? If if physical reality is always our own,
But it does not take away from the fact that everyone else has the same experience. So there is both everyone else and only yourself. Remember, it's not this or that, it's this and that. There is always everyone else, every other aspect of creation is their own true, autonomous, real being. And at the same time, there is only one.
Fair enough.
Both are true. Does that help?
Absolutely.
Anything else?
I believe that is it.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We thank you all for also being exquisitely yourselves. And we thank you for the allowance of this interaction, for the allowance of this transmission, for the reflections of all that is that you are. We bid you all an exciting, creative, active, and knowing good day in your physical dream. Sweet dreams, our unconditional love to you all. Good day.
Greetings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I have something I've been pondering for a while.
Oh, all right.
And,
what are you pondering?
Well, I understand that everything exists now that will ever exist, and
Yes.
I understand that all the lives that we will ever have all exist
Yes.
right now, and that
Yes.
everything is concurrent
Yes.
in that.
Except your experience.
Correct. And so every change that we make is a total change.
Yes.
And that when we look in the mirror and we see what appears to be the same person really is not the same person.
Correct.
So here's where my question is.
Yes.
I understand that everything in a sense really is a projection of consciousness.
Yes.
So
It's a projection in consciousness.
correct. So
Yes.
is what we're really doing is projecting the essence of who we are into other realities that match our vibration. So in other words, when I make a change and I'm not the same person,
Yes.
what am I?
All right. Here's your analogy. You have on your planet a thing called a film strip that has frames on it, yes?
Yes.
Every frame is static, yes?
Correct.
You have to pass it in front of the light of a projector to create the illusion of movement and change, yes?
Correct.
The different frames on the film strip are the different physical parallel realities. The light from the projector is your consciousness. That doesn't change.
Correct. I got that.
All right. So, when you say, am I projecting myself into other realities, the idea is that it is the same unbroken white light consciousness, the same total being that is experiencing all the different frames of all the different films that represent all the different realities.
Okay.
So you are projected into all of them, but you only experience those projections from the different points of view that are relevant to each projection. Did that make sense?
Yeah. Maybe I put it a different way.
All right.
Let's say I had a broken leg.
All right, you have a broken leg.
But I was to actually change my belief systems.
Yes.
Where that was no longer part of my belief system. Would I
Yes.
actually?
You would be a different person whose leg was never broken.
Correct. So they do an X-ray and they say, well, we don't understand what happened. You're not.
Yes.
That's just not there anymore.
But you're a different person who has created a reality in which people seem to remember that it was broken.
Correct.
That's a reality unto itself. Or you can actually project yourself in a reality where it was never broken, you never knew it was broken, and nobody else ever knew it was broken.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it clarifies everything.
All of these are, by definition, discretely defined realities. It's all about how you define it. So yes, you can have a reality in which your leg has healed, and people can remember that it was broken, but that's the reality definition you've created in order to experience what you call a process of change.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it clears everything up.
Thank you.
It's something I have just been pondering night after night and meditating on it, and I had a little bit of confusion on the topic.
Did this help you then change your pondering to on golden pondering?
Yes, everything is perfect.
All right.
So thank you, Bashar, and my unconditional love to you and the Sasani people.
And you as well.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
Okay. I wanted to ask you to help me with this belief system that I have about lack.
Lack.
About money in my life.
Yes, one moment. You understand that what you call lack doesn't actually mean you're lacking anything.
Okay.
You are always, completely and totally abundant. What you're simply saying is you have created an abundance of lack.
Correct.
So it's just the style of abundance that you're looking to change. You're not looking to become any more abundant than you are, because that's not possible.
Correct.
All of you are as abundant as you'll ever be, because you have the total unconditional support of creation. So what you're attempting to look at is your definition of abundance.
Exactly.
And one of our definitions is the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Period.
Right.
Did I say anything about money?
You did not, but I'm going to bring it up.
Oh, all right. Had a feeling.
Yes. You know me too well.
Some people on your planet, when they talk about time for a change, mean coins.
Right.
And that's all they mean.
So in the private that I had
Yes.
with you, and
Yes.
I talked about my passion,
Yes.
and you said that when you follow your passion, you take steps, you don't really need to worry about the money portion of it. It's just hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. Don't talk
If
about
you
that.
allow yourself to truly be in alignment with your belief systems, if you understand
Yes.
that following your passion will support you in the way you need to be supported, then you can allow whatever symbol that represents abundance to be one of the ways that can synchronistically come into your life to support you when it's required. But you don't have to worry that it'll be there. It'll be there when it needs to be there. In the meantime, whatever other form of abundance that allows you to do what you need to do when you need to do it, that can come into your life, can also come into your life and may actually be a faster way, a better way than money. If you are willing to relax the definition that money is the only way, other ways can come in that may actually be grander.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Okay, I get that
All right.
to a certain degree, but if I
Yes,
may
well,
share
one
with
moment.
you.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Excuse me. Not meaning to interrupt you. Let us be a little bit more precise with your human language. The phrase, I get that to a certain degree, means I don't get it.
Exactly.
Because you either get it or you don't. There is no such thing as getting it to a certain degree.
You know me too well.
I know all of you very well.
Okay, if I may tell you what my thinking process is
Please.
right now, so you can tell me what the belief system is behind it.
We'll see.
Okay.
Or I can help you maybe find it yourself.
Okay, yeah, that works too.
Yes, I know.
I think right now, because I think that money would help me take the next step towards my flower business
Yes.
or whatever else that I need
And
to
why
do.
do you think that? What's the thought process that delineates it that way?
Because I wanted to hire this this business person, to help me with learning about the internet and
Yes.
helping me with my business.
And do they demand money?
Absolutely.
Can you attract to yourself someone who is willing to do some other kind of an exchange?
I have not been able to.
Have you even thought about it? Have you even believed it's possible?
I have, but I don't have a lot of...
Faith in that?
No, it's not that. I don't
Have a lot of what?
skills
At
that,
what?
For exchange. For
You don't have a lot of skills in exchange.
that I would say, okay, I do the bartering for bartering.
Yes.
I do this for you, you do this for me.
Yes.
So I feel like I need to pay
What
people.
about a percentage of your flower shop?
Well, that's what he wants, but he wants money in advance as well. and
Why
it's-
not find someone who doesn't?
Okay.
Is this beyond your capacity?
No, but I'm putting my
You're
faith in
missing
him.
the point.
I am.
Yes. The whole point is this. When we talk about the idea of acting on your passion, you must remember the entire phrase, not just one piece of it. Act on the thing that excites you the most, that you have the greatest capability of taking action on. If you can't take action on something, take action on the thing you can. So if you find that you've attracted someone who is asking for something you don't have and cannot give them, drop it and move to something that you can take action on. Attract someone who is asking for something you can give them. And paradoxically, if in fact you actually did need the original person who was asking for money, because all excitement is connected, is a driving engine and an organizing principle and all the same thread, taking action in the direction with the person who didn't need the money will actually put you into a circumstance where if you need the money, you'll get the money to get the other person. Do you remember the example we gave of a person on your planet who wanted the radio, the very expensive radio for their car?
No.
We use this example because it is an example from someone that actually lives on your planet, so you'll know we're not just making up fantasies. It actually works. They desired, because they are passionate about music, passionate about sound, the best possible radio for their car to listen to their favorite music. They could not afford that. So they got the next best one they could. They took action where they could. 1 week later, somebody breaks into the car, steals the radio. Now, he could have reacted negatively. Oh no, my life is in ruins. Woe is me. And stayed in a vibration that would not have allowed him to experience what happened next. Because remember, you cannot experience what you're not the vibration of. So, knowing better, knowing differently, I do not have to respond negatively to this, he said. I will know that somehow, I don't know how, but I know that somehow this is a part of my path. This serves me. I'll stay in that frequency. Why? Because that's the frequency I prefer. I don't need another reason. I don't need another reason. So he stayed in that frequency. Went about the normal business of your planet, filing the report of the theft, filing with one of your insurance companies. The people thus then gave him enough money to repair the damage around where the radio had been stolen from in what you call the vinyl casing. And the insurance money in that sense gave him enough to replace that radio, that particular brand of radio, to the same exact amount he had spent before. When he went to the repair shop, the repair person said, well, you know, the damage looks bad, but it's not as bad as you think. Took a hairdryer, put the heat on the vinyl, and it snapped right back to its original form. I'll charge you nothing. That was simple. So now he's standing there with the money needed to replace the radio, and the money to repair the car, which he didn't need to spend, which together amounted to what? Exactly the amount of the original radio he wanted. Do you get the point of the story?
I do.
He took action where he could, and it led him to what he needed for the original vision.
Yep.
So all you have to do, all any of you have to do, is just keep taking action in the direction of your highest excitement where you can. It will connect to all other excitement, and whether or not that connection manifests it the way you thought it originally would happen, it will bring you the methods you need to allow whatever really needs to happen, and what happens might even be greater than you originally imagined, if you're willing not to limit it with these assumptions of what you think you need. Which is what you're doing when you do that. You're actually limiting the way your higher mind can actually bring you something even greater than you imagined it by insisting that it must come to you exactly as you saw it in the way you think it has to. You're limiting the way it could actually manifest, even though you think you're not. Does this help you?
Yes.
Why, thank you.
Thank you. One last question,
Yes.
very quickly. I was talking to April a couple of months ago about helping animals that we see in pain or
Yes.
however way.
Yes.
And out of the conversation, she talked about the example, and she said that she wanted to help this animal, and somehow because of the help, the animal was not rescued, let's just say. And there was a cat in front of my house
Yes.
across the street. And these people would just not allow this cat to go in.
All right.
And I felt really bad for this cat. And I kept praying for him.
Did you take the cat in?
I couldn't because the cat wasn't friendly enough
All right.
for me to take him.
Then you understand that that's also part and parcel of the cat's choice, not just yours.
But I think eventually they took him in,
All
and I
right.
asked the kids what happened, and they said the cat died.
All right.
I don't think he died on his own.
All right. Again, we're not saying this is something that has to occur, but you must understand that animals have choice in these things too.
Was it because of my prayer that happened?
Because of your prayer that what happened?
I just have a feeling that they got rid of the cat.
Are you saying that it's your fault the cat died? Is that what you're asking?
Well, yeah, that I put myself in a different reality, that the cat does not exist.
The cat still exists. It just exists in a different reality.
Did they kill the cat?
Not directly. But the circumstances they set up were reflective of the idea that the likelihood, the probability would be that the cat would die. But you understand, in that context, animals are not helpless. The cat could have moved. Cat could have found a house that would take it in. You understand? The cat is associated with those people and went through that experience with them so they can also learn something if they want to. That doesn't mean you can't help animals when you can, because then that becomes the agreement the animal has made, that you are helping them. But if the animal's not letting you help, then the cat has another agenda. You follow?
Yeah.
You do what you are capable of doing. If what you are capable of doing doesn't make a difference, then there is another agreement in place that in a sense is not your business. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There are other things going on that you may not be privy to. Does that help you?
Yes.
Now, one moment. If you really, really, really want to make a connection, you can make a connection to that animal in your dreams, and you will see that the animal is just fine. Do you understand?
Right after it happened, I thought that I heard him outside my window.
All right. Then a connection has already been made. I'm okay.
Thank you.
You follow?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
There will be a brief amount of time remaining for this transmission. What is your time frame? Yes.
Hello, Bashar. Nice
And
to meet you.
good day.
Thank you for answering so many questions.
I am only reflecting to you what you already know.
I bring more questions.
Oh, all right. I'll reflect some more.
All right. On a little bit different topic,
Yes.
is the Earth hollow, and is there an inner Earth civilization living
No,
there?
not in the way you mean it physically. People that have found themselves in that space are actually in another dimensional realm. It is not actually physically in your Earth. There are gateways and vortices that do exist on the surface of your planet and slightly underground in certain caves and tunnels that lead people into other realities. They think they're still inside the Earth, but they're not. So the Earth is not physically hollow in that context, nor are there physical civilizations inside of it. Those people are shifting to other realities, other dimensions.
Okay. And I wanted to get something from you guys, ET's point of view. I have heard there's a secret group of humans already on Mars, exploring the underground of Mars.
No.
Do you guys know anything about that?
Yes, no.
And already,
It does not exist as your people think it does.
Okay. And would you like to answer a longer question?
I suppose that wasn't it.
No. Could you briefly explain the history and description of beings existing on each planet in our solar system from Pluto to the Sun?
There are no indigenous beings in your reality existing on any other planet now in your system.
I mean, even on the higher densities.
Or higher densities, higher non-physical dimensional planes, there is consciousness of a variety of types associated with every planet in your system. We will not go into describing them all right now. Suffice to say, at one time, what was in between your planet Mars and Jupiter, that is now the asteroid belt, supported life. And once that was destroyed, life incarnated on Mars when it was capable of supporting life. When it became incapable of supporting life, then incarnations took place on your planet of Earth. And so there has been, in a sense, a hop, skipping, and jumping through your solar system of a variety of planets that were actually capable of supporting slightly different forms of life, although they were all to some degree what you would call humanoid, but not exactly like your own human species. In terms of the idea of other consciousness associated on higher planes with other planets, these will mostly be what you would call higher dimensional non-physical beings that can be mostly expressed in your reality as beings of light. They can present themselves in many different ways, and many of them are interacting with your planet in a variety of ways, but we really cannot go into all of that now since you requested that we be brief.
Okay. I heard a theory, want to ask you about it, that our moon is blocking souls on Earth from reincarnating on other planets and makes them keep coming back to Earth?
2 words: nonsense.
Okay. I want to ask you about a particular UFO case on Earth,
Yes.
and if you know about it. It happened at in the Rendlesham Forest in the United
Yes.
Kingdom
Yes.
in 1982.
Yes.
A black triangle
Yes.
about... Yeah.
Yes, we know of it. What
can
do you
you-
wish to ask?
The origin of that ship.
Hybrid, not our species, another one. One of the 5 hybrid civilizations, not the first one that will contact your world, but another one.
I've heard they were time traveling humans.
In a sense, that's accurate, but not in the way you think. understand that many of the hybrids people interact with on your planet are themselves in other incarnations. The technology allows them to tunnel into parallel realities that would be considered their past. So not literally time-traveling humans as you would understand that, but because they are aspects of the same soul as many of the humans on your planet in another incarnation, and they have come to a parallel reality that represents a past for them, then you can loosely say, yes, there's some degree of accuracy to that, but the actual precision of the explanation gives you many more details and understanding as to how these things actually work. Because remember, time traveling isn't what you think it is. It is only shifting to a parallel reality. You never actually are capable of going into what you would classically call the past of your own timeline because you weren't there.
All right.
So when you shift to something that looks like your past, you're actually in a parallel reality.
It seems like our timeline and our dimension, we're being used and we're important to the survival of some other ETs or
you
other
are
dimensional.
all important for a variety of reasons. The idea of the survival of others that you might call the Greys and maybe some other species is that they are using, in a sense, those things from your society that benefit them and you in a variety of ways. In that context, this is by your agreement, made on other levels, and this is a cooperative effort, even though many of the people on your planet don't necessarily remember that such agreements are made.
And what happened to the Earth in your timeline and dimension?
It exists and is full, in that sense, of very, very, very happy people. They're just not human.
But the Greys who couldn't reproduce anymore are from that Earth, right?
No, they're not. They're from another parallel reality. In my timeline, in that sense, as you call it, the planet you would recognize as Earth would not be recognizable to you as Earth.
And you mentioned before, just want to make sure, your planet and solar system doesn't exist in our...
We are in a different dimensional reality. We have our own physicality, but you have to make a shift in frequency to visit our particular universal realm. If you did that, then our reality would seem just as physical as yours. But if we overlap our reality with yours, in a sense, we would be approximately, relatively in position to you about 500 light years in the direction of the Orion constellation.
Okay. And a personal experience of mine, I think I was visited by two Pleiades late last year. Like, you know, when you're before you go fully into sleep, in a half asleep state. And my theory is that they're going around to gauge humans' reactions before, you know, more and more contact. Is that
Many
true?
people are, yes. Many beings are going around gauging reactions so that we will know, in that sense, when you are ready for more contact. As we have explained before, the idea is that many of you have actually had contact. You just don't remember. The idea is that the rate at which you remember you've already had contact acts as a barometer for us to know when you're ready for more open contact. So the rate at which you remember you've had contact is up to the processes that you undertake internally to integrate more and more of your consciousness so that you can be more aware of what's going on with you on other levels, the levels on which the contact is taking place. That's it.
All right. And finally, do
That's
you
it.
Okay, thank you.
All I will say is pleasant dreams.
Thank you again.
At this timing, we will extend once again to each and every one of you the same pleasant dreams, in the sense that you are dreaming right now. You might as well live the dream you prefer. Start now. And wake up into the dream so you will know that you are creating it, and so it can be what you desire it to be. Our unconditional love to you all. Have a creative, active, and loving good day. How did it go? Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow. Thank you very much.